I know you guys are absolutely stoked to see the Abomination turn back up in the MCU. We saw that brief stinger of him fighting Wong in the Shang-Chi trailer, and I can't even count how many times I replayed it. They got everything about him right. He's got the fin ears, the amphibianish skin, he's even the right shade of green. Not only that, he's participating in one of the coolest types of fights in Marvel Comics, raw strength versus magic. Man, I just can't wait to see what they're going to do with him in the MCU. I can't believe that I'm this excited for him. I love the Hulk, and I just love seeing him brawl out different people, and especially magicians, so seeing the evil version of the Hulk is going to be just as fun. Now, I really don't like when Marvel Comics basically makes an evil copy of their character, the bad guy doppelganger, but in this case, I'll give an exception. For every Iron Man, there's an equally bad Obadiah Stane in an Ironmonger suit. For every American super soldier, like Captain America, there's a bad Nazi super soldier with the exact same powers. And for Hulk, well, there's the Abomination. But I don't really care. I can't wait to see Abomination stomp Wong in the tournament, and I can't wait to see Abomination take on the She-Hulk in the Disney Plus series. But before we look at his future, there's something else we need to answer. What exactly has Abomination been up to for these past 12 years? We saw him in 2008's Incredible Hulk, where he took on the big green Goliath in the Duel of Harlem. Although the official MCU timeline dates this as a 2010 event, which means it might have only been about 10 or 11 years since Abomination last made an appearance, but I digress. Most of you probably think that Abomination was locked up in the Raft, the supervillain prison set far out to sea, where Captain America's Avengers were imprisoned during Civil War, and Baron Zemo was locked up after Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now, it would make a lot of sense to hold the Abomination in the Raft. If he were to escape that far out at sea, his trek back to civilization would be much harder than if he were imprisoned on land. But Emil Blonsky wasn't on the Raft. Actually, after the duel in Harlem, Abomination was sent to a secret facility in Barrow, Alaska. There, he was put under cryostasis. After all, the General Thaddeus Ross and the Department of Defense didn't want to lose such a powerful asset. The facility itself is named the Vault. In the MCU, we don't really know much about it besides the fact that it houses one of the strongest villains on Earth, the Abomination. But in the comics, it's actually one of the most famous prisons. It's been home to countless heroes and villains. If we just want to name a few, there was Ultron, Venom, and even Claw. In the comics, villains and heroes never really stay dead for long. So when a villain reappears, fans might wonder, where the hell has he been all this time? An easy way to get past that is to just name drop a random prison and say that the villain has just broke out. Places like the Vault easily serve that purpose, but to be fair here, the Vault has also been home to some pretty cool battles, like the one between Iron Man and Steve Rogers, where the latter was simply known as the Captain. But there you have it. Abomination was in a deep, cold, icy slumber while the rest of the MCU was developing.